Quand tu es ici,
Okay, we're on the way. It's about a 2-hour drive. That's it? So, we made it. How are you? Shalom.
Hello.
Well, we're on the way. Let's get through these security checks first. Yeah, they're playing and they're dancing and they're singing. I had a Nigerian group like that last December, a year and a half ago, and that was like the first time I saw something different up there. But it's a wonderful sight. And you crossed over by Eilat, but you didn't stay at Eilat, right? You crossed over?
Crossed over.
You crossed through Eilat, you crossed through the ferry. So you had to go through Taba, and that's fun.
Yeah.
So the proper cleaning of the kitchens and to prepare the food for the holiday. It's a very big holiday. The kitchens need sometimes 5 or 6 days to do that. Here's Pop as we go up. We bypass Jericho. We'll talk about Jericho. Hello, my brother Beam here. We go up to Jerusalem. The Mount of Olives is like 2,500 feet above sea level. Very big difference. And then we get to the top of the mountain, even though it's good green, you'll see with the dome, the Eastern Gate, the Kidron Valley, Church of Holy Sepulchre, the hills of Jerusalem, all to our left. And now we're in the various neighborhoods to the north and northeastern side of the city. It's more and more desert. Half the country is desert. After the rains of the winter, but all this will be turning yellow. You're here for a still very green time of year. You see up north the amount of flowers, the green. But as the summer comes in and 6 months of a dry season, the land gets much drier, much yellower. So we're crossing the country. You know, this hour-and-a-half drive or 2-hour drive. Just, you know, a sense of how small Israel is. The state of New Jersey, half of Switzerland. But very different climates, as I said, the climatic areas. You have the north-south coastal range with more humidity and more sandy soil. And that affects what's growing there. Then you have the mountainous area from the Judean hills of Jerusalem up to Samaritan, the hills up towards Nablus, towards Jenin, continues up to Galilee, and to south down towards Judah, towards Hebron, towards Beersheba. Then you have the low Rift Valley, which is Syrian Rift Valley, which is from Tiberias, that's it, or the Sea of Galilee, continues down to Jericho, continues down to Eilat, and it's cracking the earth. A new city built in the 1990s with the tremendous influx of Jews from Russia, from the former Soviet Union. Today about 70,000, 80,000 people living in Modi'in, including have a nation of its own to be like all other peoples. And he starts the ball rolling. We'll talk about it tomorrow more when we go up by Herzliya. But he's very important for the Jew returning. And one of the books he writes is called The Old New Land, Alt New Land. And the word Tel Aviv is trying to say old and new together. Tel is an archaeological mound, a layers of history. And we'll be on a tel, on a typical tel tomorrow at Megiddo. We go to Megiddo, talk about Armageddon and other things. We'll be at Megiddo tomorrow. That's a tel. And Aviv is Hebrew for spring, in a sense of rebirth. So it's a kind of new and old together, and also rebirth in the idea of Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is if Jerusalem is the spiritual center of the country, Tel Aviv is your locomotive, your industrial. As we're coming into Tel Aviv area, see the skyline. Nighttime, especially when I look at your program, the days are usually long days. This is North Tel Aviv, right next to the port area. Or the Tel Aviv port, which is, it's not a port, it was a port for a short period of history, the major ports of Israel, Haifa, Ashdod, and Eilat. And there's a circus going on here to the right somewhere, okay. Getting ready for the holiday, I think. Tel Aviv port, the area to the right, a lot of nice fish restaurants down there. You walk along the boardwalk, in this area all the way down. Can't get it's no food. Just be careful getting your suitcases, because your suitcases are on the roadside, if I remember. The Wisconsin people.
From the local hotel, the Tel Aviv, Nyokan and Buffet, Mediterranean, I am Buffet Mediterranean. Oh, you know, your hotel shack in there. Oh, yeah, Bunjong, Tel Aviv. Buffet, Mom. Nó hạ thì TV chỉ liên trong đó nó giờ phát theo cười mà nó chỉ có yên nào luôn ta tâm mình không về là đi chỉ để cô tìm chuyện nó cô xem bộ Cùng chế ô xem bộ hả ta thâu yêu nà luôn yêu nà nhất định ô yêu nà phát triển của yêu nà mong khá luôn trốn đi nào về tất cả yêu nà chim mong về yêu nà chim mong tới khó thì phát triển quần chế là mỗi yêu nà Chúng ta trung chuyển là nó có ô xí của tại trung chuyển cứ qua Việt Nam đó biết biết chỉ là một bên lúc là chế cứ bên tù ôm bao số phủ in lãnh đạo khi lo chế cầu để đi cho trả công sống tù luôn đi một cái chế độ nhớ rồi nói giờ tụt lệ lúc bằng lệ Mediterranean đời yêu ba cứ na yêu na nhau hơn đời nó ha sau khi nó bằng cú cha để bên tù nhau hơn đời nó bên tù bao số nhau hơn đời nó chỉ là lúc bằng lệ nó giờ bằng lệ na Mediterranean. Okay,
Three nice little stories here. The statue here that go biblical, Jericho falling. One side, right side, we'll bring a lot of that to Jerusalem, Mount Moriah, and Abraham sacrificing his son, or the binding of Isaac over here. You don't have to like the art, but that's what it's saying here. And the left-hand side is the Jacob's ladder, going up and down the step over here. Church over here, we'll walk down, it should be open, we'll go inside. We remember here the most important thing, New Testament, Peter's dream over here. And Peter coming to Joppa, and going to Simon the tanner's house, and maybe climate hot, the only place you can get some fresh air, and the city is 100 degrees in the summer, 110 degrees, 100% humidity. You want to get a breeze from the sea to get for the heat. And going on the roof, falls asleep and has a dream of all the animals in that sheet, in the sheep, and God is kind of opening up the idea of changing the kosher laws.
Về tăng tọa lịch sử tròn đất như nhận giả trung người thầu nếu chưa là nhà là nhà phát chơi cứ là về tù được dùng tra về tù sát sang về tù bự sầu tù chế để mang chữ đồ này phụ cho họ ta mỗi lãnh đạo khởi cho tra cứ chỉ cho gì sinh chính nó tại sai tao ta có bê tù mà khai được trang tốt này là chỉ bê tù mà ta cho trang đấy bê tự chính nó người gì vang chữ sai này ta vang chữ số ta hú lợi thì có chữ số ta chỉ hú sai tao ta có bê tù khai cho được trang tốt này cái vang chữ hú hú vang chữ trang tốt này là tôi cứ vang chữ số lợi thì nhìn hú lợi hiện đây tôi lúc hiện đây cho tôi nàyคนนี้เรียสั่งตัวจะกั้งเดี๋ยวทอนได้เจนไปตัวทะเลมอตัวไปคนนี้เรียเจเลยนี่ปลาไปมาเลยมอตัวไปคนนี้เรียเจใช่ไหมจ๊ะ
Questions?
ก็ปามาเตอเอาอย่างปามาปัดลามาปาล่าลองดูเลย
เป็นไงจนดังเลยจังลูกเชื่อสิเลยเนี่ยใช่ลูกเชื่อสิจังน้อยอยากขัดเชือกไปตัวลูกย้อนหัวเอาบ่สนก็ใช่ลูกเชื่อกันต่างสิน้อยจีอยากขาจีอยากลูกเจนได้ละเราอยากลูกเชื่อเด็กคือไปตัวเอาบ่สน